Hey, what up guys, I'm back. On the last video, we talked about the basic tools and set up our file needed in order to get started. So now we will be talking about the basic tags and basic structure of HTML5. So let's talk about first the basic structure of a web document or a common website. So I prepare something for you to look at. So this is a basic website layout which contain the header, which compose of logo and navigation links. And in here, this section is the main content section, which compose of posts, and on the right side is the sidebar, which compose of links and some widgets. And when we scroll down, here is our footer. So take note, this is the header section, the main content section, the sidebar, and the footer. And all of these elements is wrapped on a single div. So how are we going to code this and mark up in our HTML document? So go back to our code editor and open up index.html. First thing you should write is a doctype. So what is a doctype? Basically, a doctype is if we are going to validate our HTML, we need to put this in order for the validator to read the version of HTML. So in HTML5, they make it more easier by just typing the opening tag, then type in doctype HTML, then close it. Simple as that. Next will be the HTML tag. Open it up, HTML, then close it. So in this section right here, this will be the other tags will be placed. Second tag will be the head. Inside the head tag will be a reference for our style sheets and for some other tags that will be placed on header, or I mean on the head tag. One thing is the title of the website. So how to do it? You need to type in title, and this right here will be the title of the website. For example, our website name will be HTML5. If we're going to save this and we're going to preview it on the web browser, as you can see right here, the title now is HTML5. Let's go back. The other tag will be the body. So type on body and press tab. Now inside the body will be the elements on the website. So right here, everything you see here is placed on the body tag. As you can see right here, I mentioned that this is the header section, the main content section, the sidebar, and the footer. So in HTML5, they created a tag for it by typing for the header, just type in header, and close it. For the main content section, they created a new tag which is section, and we can name it or we can add an ID of it that section is for the main content. So we will type in section and close it, and we will give it an ID of main content. Next will be the sidebar. You will just type in aside, like that, and for the footer, just simply footer. So let's place some text here so that we can preview it on the browser, because if we're going to preview this, nothing changed because we don't put any text inside of that tag. So we need to place some dummy text, like this is the header section, the main content, sidebar, and footer. Hit save and preview it to the browser. As you can see right here, they are all stacking because we didn't tell the browser yet how are they going to act on this document, or how are going these tags to be laid out on this document. In order to achieve it, we need to style it in the style.css. But we will not talk about it now. Let's go back first on the index.html. Let's close this. So how are we going to link a style sheet? As I mentioned earlier, we will place it on the header section or in the head section. You will just type in link space, then relation rel equals to style sheet, and we will tell it what link or where it is located by typing href for reference. Now our style.css is placed on the root directory, so we just type in style.css. So for example, if this style sheet is placed on a CSS directory, we are going to code this like this: css/style.css. Then space, we need to add a type, and for this time let's make this text/css, then close it. Now we already finished linking the style sheet to our index.html document. Hit on save. So why is it that it is important to separate style sheet than to code it directly on the head tag? Take this an example, like if we have several files already and we need to style the links to be color orange based on this layout right here, these links, by just targeting the HTML tag and style it right here. We just call this, or we just place this on the head tag, and then this will reference to the style.css and apply that styles. So if we're going to test this, let's add a style on style.css. Let's color the body to red. Body, just type the tag and then opening and close braces or whatever you call it. And then for the property or the CSS property, let's just type in background colon, then the color red, and close it. Hit save. If we're going to preview this, now our background is red. So let's erase it. So let's talk about the basic tags on the body, which is commonly used in most of the website. First is, let's go on to the section right here. First is the heading tag, which is this, the big text. In order to do this, just type in H1. Heading tag has 6 different sizes. H1 is the biggest, then down to H6. So for now, since our example here is big, let's just type H1 and type in, this is a heading. The next tag will be this one right here, which is paragraph. Let's just type P and close it. And let's type in, this is a paragraph example. And next tag will be a link. So how we're going to do this, just type in A, then again href for reference, and inside this we will tell where the link will go. For example, google.com, www.google.com. Close it like that, and on this part right here, this will be the name of the link. For example, Google. Hit save, preview it to the browser. As you can see, google.com. If we're going to click this, oh, I think we forget http:// hit save, preview it to go back, then preview it. Now it is working and linking to Google. I'll go back. Next tag will be the unordered list, which is on this website. This is done by unordered list, the link, and this right here, list of links. So how are we going to do this? Just type in UL, and inside of the UL will be the links. or the list items, which is li, and inside of the li will be the link. So let's just copy this, paste it right there. Let's name this link 1, and for now we will reference it to nothing. Copy that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we can just do the one I told you earlier by just doing li a ref and link 1 li, like that. Save this, then preview it to the web browser. Now we have list items. So going back here, so I think that's basically it for the basic tags. Oh, next tag will be the image tag. So how we're going to do this, just type in image, and for now, instead of href, we're going to type in src for source, then the link and the file name of the image. So in this case, it is placed on the images folder, then /, then the name of the image and its extension, for example JPEG, then space, alt for alternate, then type in, for example, logo, then the image tag is a self-closing tag by just typing in like this. So what this alt tag do is, if the image is broken and there is nothing to display, the alt will be the alternate, and this logo will appear on the browser. If we're going to save it and hit preview or F5 on the keyboard, as you can see, the image is broken. The last tag I would like to mention is the image tag. So how are we going to do this? Just type in image, then instead of href, we'll type in src for source, and now we will put right here the location of the image. For example, in this case, we created an images directory. So let's type in images, then /, then the title or the name of the image, like for example logo, and the extension is, let's just place JPG, and close this like that. We're going to preview this to the browser. It is a broken image since it is not available on our images directory. So I think that's basically for the basic tags and HTML structure. I think we can move on to the next video talk about how are we going to style this based on our structure right here. So I see you guys on the next video, and I hope you follow through to this tutorial.